You're rolling.
Hi, I'm Lily Black, as I'm sure you've all gathered by now, and I'm here at Indie Industries in North Beach, and which is really cool, by the way. And it's my pleasure today to talk to you about decals. So let's begin. What's a decal? Decals are the insignias and the numbers and the little details that you get with a model kit. They come with model kits. That's how we used to do decals. But now you can get decal paper. You buy it online and you can print it out with your computer printer. I have some decals here from model kits that I've done before.
Can you buy decals without buying the model?
Yeah, you can buy decals online. If you just look for models or look for model railroad stuff, you'll find decals, and they're pretty cheap. And now, like I said, they have decal paper.
Do you have maybe a website that you might recommend?
HobbyLink Japan.
Okay.
Look up HobbyLink Japan, and you should find it, or something like it. These are from Japanese model kits, so you can see they're in Japanese. And what I've got here is the lid from my coffee, which makes a really great little dish for moistening the decals. So I cut it out, I'm going to take the decal and make sure it's completely wet. I'll get a brush and moisten it. And I'm going to leave this here for about 10 seconds so that it can get really nice and juicy and drippy. So while I'm doing that, let's talk about the surface of the model for a second. In order to get a really good adhesion with your decal, you're going to want a gloss surface, and you can do that in two ways. One is acrylic glazing liquid. This is a gel medium that's a gloss. Okay. The other way to do it is Krylon clear gloss. And if you want a matte finish when you're done, spray on a matte finish when you're done. The other thing is decal set. Decal set, this is from Testers, helps the decal lay onto irregular surfaces. So if it's rounded or if it's pitted, it will adhese better. But as I smell this thing, I realize that it's vinegar. It's just vinegar. So if you want to save a couple bucks, do an experiment at home and see if vinegar works fine. See how our decal's doing. So I'm brushing it, and I see that I'm going to have to wait a couple more seconds.
What should you feel out of the decal?
The decal should start to slide off of its backing paper. And it takes 10 or 20 seconds. So be patient. I know in today's modern, fast-paced world, 20 seconds is kind of a long time.
And so what model are we working on today?
Today we are working on a Toy 2R...
Toyer.
Edit that. Today we're working on a Toyer skull model. This is my favorite one. And it's been converted to a Machina Krieger. See if you can recognize the Toyer elements that are still there.
You can kind of see the skull, how the teeth come out, and you kind of filled in the teeth.
Yeah, I filled in the teeth, and then I cut out only where the eyes were. So if you hold one up, you should be able to see it. And then I've cut the limbs and added wire and putty to extend it out a little bit. But still, the original Toyer form is still pretty visible. Check again. Okay, now my brush is starting to go underneath the decal. So the decal is getting much closer. It's starting to move a little bit. Okay, I'm going to pick it up with my brush. And I'll put it right on the side of his head. The best way to do this is with a brush, because these are pretty fragile. And if you get an edge curled under like I did right there, with the brush underneath. Okay, so now I just dried my brush and I'm going to take the excess water off of it. Great. Now I'm going to dip a little decal set on my brush. Decal set. And that's going to help it to conform to the shape.
So you got a lot of bumps on this figure too, so having it conform onto the surface is pretty important.
It's a big deal, particularly when we're dealing with compound curves, if it's very rounded. Clean that up. It looks like it's adhesing nicely, so it's still rather fragile. A good idea when this is complete is to put one layer of lacquer over it, either clear gloss or clear flat, but a clear lacquer is a great idea. Otherwise they're fairly delicate. And you can see there's some already on here that I've weathered a little bit. The 66, that was a decal. And I've weathered it with silver deco markers and a little bit of brown paint. And we can see another decal right here on the shoulder plate. That number 2 is from a tank set, and that's been weathered with brown paint. And you can see how it conforms really nicely to the pitting in the surface.
Alright.
I think it does anyway. Okay, so thanks a lot. That's Decals. Have an awful lot of fun, and look for our next tutorial coming very, very soon. Right?
Yeah, and we're also we're gonna be hosting a little DIY workshop, DIY Sundays over here at Indie Industries. That's gonna be February 28th at 2 o'clock to 6 p.m. We're mostly just gonna be hanging out. For $10, you can pick from a bunch of different DIY figures. We're gonna have Scullies, we're gonna have Money, Ruse, Raph, Baby Keys. So you know, just come hang out.
That's a lot.
Yeah, whatever.
Wow.
You can have whatever you like. So yeah, come hang out with us February 28th, Indie Industries, DIY Sundays.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you, Mike.